If you have been keeping up with Punch over these last few weeks, you know exactly how exhausting it can be to love this little monkey. Following his story is like riding an emotional roller coaster that never seems to end. One day, we see footage of him sitting peacefully in the sun, chewing his food, surrounded by the troop. We let out a sigh of relief, thinking that the hardest days are finally over. But then, the very next day, new footage emerges that completely shatters our hearts all over again. If you look at the clips coming out of the Ichikawa City Zoo right now, you will see a confusing, heartbreaking mix of realities. In some videos, the bullying has flared up again. We see older monkeys taking sudden, unprovoked swipes at him. We see him having to run away. His tiny body tensing up in fear. And most tellingly, we are seeing a sudden increase in footage of Punch returning to his old coping mechanism. We are seeing him holding onto his famous stuffed IKEA plush toy again. When we see him hugging that toy after weeks of being so independent, it is incredibly hard to watch. It feels like a massive step backward, makes us angry. And I want to take a moment right now to address that anger. I read through the comments on our last video and I saw how much pain this bullying causes our Catto Luna community. Some people felt that by explaining the biological rules of the macaque hierarchy, it sounded like we were making excuses for the older monkeys. It sounded like we were justifying the cruelty. So I want to be absolutely 100% clear with you today. Explaining why something happens in nature does not mean we think it is okay. What happens to Punch is deeply, profoundly unfair. He is an orphan. He did not ask to be abandoned. He is trying so incredibly hard to be a good, quiet, respectful boy. When an older, massive monkey goes out of their way to hurt him, it is heartbreaking. It is okay to be angry about it. It is okay to cry for him. We do not have to accept the cruelty just because it is nature. We are human beings with empathetic hearts. And our hearts will always, always stand with the victim. But if we want to truly understand what Punch is surviving right now, we have to ask the most frustrating question of all. Why? Why is it peaceful on Monday, but violent on Tuesday? Why does the bullying keep coming back? To answer that question, we have to look at a psychological concept that exists in both animals and humans. It is called displaced aggression. Monkey Mountain is not a peaceful, quiet meadow. It is a highly stressful, incredibly tense, and closed environment. The monkeys are constantly navigating a complex web of social politics. The alpha males are stressed about keeping their power. The mothers are stressed about protecting the new babies. And sometimes, depending on the weather or the food or just a bad mood, the tension on the mountain reaches a boiling point. Think about a stressful day at a human office. The boss gets angry and yells at the manager. The manager can't yell back at the boss, so they go and yell at an employee. That employee goes home, still angry, and snaps at their family. The anger travels all the way down the ladder. This exact same chain reaction happens in primate society. When an alpha male gets frustrated, he might aggressively chase a lower-ranking male. That male, full of adrenaline and anger, needs to take it out on someone smaller than him. So he chases a female. The female gets frustrated and she takes a swipe at a juvenile. And who is at the absolute bottom of that ladder? Who is the smallest, the most vulnerable, and the only monkey with no mother to protect him? Punch. Punch is the lightning rod for the entire mountain. Whenever a storm of frustration brews in the troop, the lightning travels all the way down the social ladder and strikes him. When you see a clip of an older monkey randomly attacking Punch for no reason, you are rarely seeing a personal vendetta against him. You are seeing a bully who is frustrated about something else, taking it out on the easiest target. It is the most unfair, unjust reality of his life. He is constantly paying the price for other monkeys' bad moods. And because he is so smart, he knows that he has to constantly be on high alert because the weather on the mountain can change in a split second. When you understand that Punch is absorbing all this displaced stress, the recent footage of him holding his stuffed plush toy makes perfect, heartbreaking sense. A few weeks ago, when the mountain was calm, Punch put the toy down. He didn't need it. But now, with the tension spiking and the older monkeys bullying him again, he has gone back to the one thing that has never, ever hurt him. In psychology, this is called regression. When an animal or a human child goes through a period of intense stress or trauma, it is completely normal for them to regress to an earlier coping mechanism. They are desperately seeking a safe harbor. For Punch, that IKEA orangutan is his safe harbor. When he wraps his arms around that soft fabric, he isn't just hugging a toy. He is lowering his heart rate. He is calming his central nervous system. The soft touch of the plushie releases endorphins in his brain that counteract the adrenaline and the fear caused by the bullies. We shouldn't look at his return to the toy as a failure. We shouldn't feel defeated when we see him holding it. Actually, we should be incredibly grateful that he has it. Imagine how much worse this psychological toll would be if he had absolutely nothing to comfort him. That toy is a vital psychological tool. It is his therapy. He is using it to patch up his invisible emotional wounds so that he doesn't completely break down. He is doing exactly what a survivor is supposed to do. He is finding a way to cope. And this brings us to the most incredible part of these recent updates. The part that gives us hope. Because amidst the clips of the bullying and the clips of him hugging his toy, there are still those beautiful quiet moments where everything is okay. There are still videos from this week where Punch is sitting peacefully, watching the sun, foraging for food, and simply existing without fear. How does he do that? How does a baby monkey get attacked in the morning, cry into a stuffed toy in the afternoon, and then peacefully eat a piece of fruit by the evening? It is because Punch possesses a level of mental elasticity that is absolutely awe-inspiring. He refuses to let the bad moments permanently define his day. When the storm of bullying passes, he doesn't sit in the corner and hold a grudge. He doesn't let the anxiety completely paralyze him. He picks himself up, shakes off the dust, puts the toy down, and steps back out into the world. He lives completely in the present moment. If the mountain is violent, he hides and comforts himself. But the very second the mountain is peaceful again, he immediately opens his heart back up to enjoy it. That is true bravery. Bravery isn't the absence of fear. Bravery isn't never needing a comfort object. Bravery is getting pushed into the dirt 100 times and still finding the courage to sit in the sun and enjoy your life anyway. The bullies might be able to scare him. They might be able to make him run, but they have completely failed to break his spirit. We are going to keep watching Punch. We are going to see more days where he gets bullied, and it will continue to break our hearts. And we will see more days where he is happy, and it will fill us with overwhelming joy. That is the emotional contract we signed when we decided to love this incredible little monkey. We don't get to look away just because it gets hard. We are his digital family. We have to be there for his worst days so we can properly celebrate his best days. I know how frustrating it is for all of you. I feel the exact same anger and the exact same sadness when I see those bigger monkeys treat him so unfairly. But looking at the strength of our Catto Luna community gives me so much hope. Your empathy is a beautiful counterbalance to the cruelty of the wild. I want you to let it all out in the comments today. How angry does it make you when you see him being used as a lightning rod for the troops' frustration? How grateful are you that he still has his plush mama to comfort him? Please share your emotions with us below. This is a safe space for all of us who love him. If you are standing fiercely by Punch's side and if you are amazed by his bravery, please leave a like on this video. And make sure to subscribe to Catto Luna, because no matter how wild the roller coaster gets, we will never stop supporting our favorite little survivor. Thank you for your immense, beautiful compassion. We will see you in the next video. Hang in there, Punch. We love you.